I'm Carolyn.
And we're from AccuQuilt.
And we're here today to show you how to put together the Go Heart of My Heart quilt, which is perfect for a wall hanging or a table runner for the upcoming holiday.
And which holiday is that?
Valentine's Day.
And when is that?
February 14th.
Okay.
Don't forget, this will make a great gift for your sweetheart for Valentine's Day.
Okay, so the pattern you have here, this is a free digital download on AccuQuilt.com.
That's right. All you need to do is create an account on AccuQuilt.com. This pattern, along with so many more, are available for download for absolutely free.
I like that price.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Alright, I've downloaded the free pattern.
Perfect. Now we just need to make sure that we have all the supplies to get started.
Okay.
So first of all, we're obviously going to need our fabric. So here we have some pink fabric for the borders that you see here.
Valentine's color.
It is, it is. And then we've got our white fabric for the inner square along with this outer border as well.
Okay.
Now, what I really love about this project too is for the hearts, you see so many different fabrics. You can actually go right through your stash and choose fabrics that are going to fit the parts on the die.
What's on the back of your fabric?
Fusible web.
You can apply that ahead of time before you cut?
Absolutely. It makes it so much easier to make sure that you get those perfect cuts every time.
Right, and then when you're laying it up, you just iron it and it sticks.
Absolutely.
Perfect placement.
All right, and then
you've got a pizza cutter?
Yes, so we have a pizza cutter.
Okay, a rotary cutter.
Yes. And then you'll need a mat, so you're going to need to cut out the 25-inch square here with that. And last but not least, we have our
go dies.
Okay.
So we have two different strip cutters here for the borders that you see here.
Okay.
So there's the 1.5-inch strip, which you've used to cut this pink.
Okay.
And then the 2.5-inch strip, and there's two versions. So if you have a Go Baby, there's a 2.5-inch strip, which is a smaller version. Okay. And if you have the Go, you have this large one with 3 strips. And then most importantly, you have your hearts die.
Yes, I love that. And it looks like these are 4-inch, 3-inch, and 2-inch. So we've got some different sizes.
So you can get scraps of all different sizes and just lay it over the shapes that you want.
Love it. All right, well, let's go on to the next step. Now we're ready to get started cutting. So for demonstration purposes, today we're going to show you the Go Hearts die and how we're going to cut these out. Now as you can see down here, we've already cut some of the strips using the Go 1.5-inch and the 2.5-inch strip cutter. So like I said before, what I really love about this particular project is you can steal scraps from your stash. And what you want to do is apply fusible web to the back of your fabric prior to rolling it through. It makes it so much easier. Now with the Go fabric cutter, it cuts up to 90% faster than using a rotary cutter or scissors. And when you have fusible web on the back of your fabric, it's recommended that you cut up to 4 layers of fabric. So just imagine how easy, accurate, and fun this is going to be. So what we'll do is, I've got a piece of scrap here. I'm just going to lie this right over my large heart, my 4-inch heart, and then I've got a smaller one here to cut out the 3-inch heart. And I only need to lie the fabric right over the shape that I want to cut so I can conserve fabric. So we'll lay this on top like this, and then we've got our cutting mat that goes along with this. You're going to lay it on top, and then we just roll it through. Very easy. And then we'll slide our cutting mat off. And as you can see, we've got perfect hearts for our project.
Okay, that was easy. Now do you want to clear the work surface?
Let's do it. So we'll move our hearts over, and then we can fold up the Go cutter because it's portable and move it right out of the way.
That was very easy. Okay. So we've cut out the background for the center block.
Okay.
And a really neat trick is if you take that, fold it in half, fold it in half again, and if you press the corner in the middle, it'll align it so you know exactly where the center of your fabric is.
That's a great idea. I never thought of that before.
Okay, so you open it up, and here we go. There's our center point. Now what's next?
Okay, so what we'll want to do is take 4 of our larger hearts, okay? And then we're going to line up all the points right in the center, where you showed us that neat little trick. So we'll take these and line them up. Now, one of the things that I absolutely really love about this is that if you don't like this particular design, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can arrange the hearts however you like.
This is a blank canvas.
Very true, very true. Now, also with this too is, you know, St. Patrick's Day is not far off, so you could actually use these hearts for 4-leaf clovers.
How would you do that? Just trying to think here. Oh, got you. So you put the points together. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then so I just rip off the paper backing.
Right.
And I got my fusible there, and I just iron them into place.
Right. And then we'll just lay these out as you like.
Okay. So we got some of this. You got a couple more here. You can take those.
Okay. Now, one of the things that sometimes I hate with the fusible web is, you know, I lay them down, I iron them down, and I don't like the placement anymore.
Okay, so when I was at Quilt Market, Ricky Timms told me about Steam-A-Seam 2, and you can actually stick it down, and you can lift it up and place it anywhere you want until you're ready, then iron it so it's permanent. So it's not completely permanent.
I love that idea. I'm a little indecisive sometimes when it comes to my quilts.
All right, I've got the last hearts here. Now, where do these ones go?
Oh, no, we're not going to mess with those yet.
Okay.
We need to lay down our strips first. So you want to lay this down here
so
for a
we need
moment.
to do this border, the inside border.
Yeah, the inner border. So what we're going to do is take our 1.5-inch strip that we cut with our Go Cutter.
Okay.
And then we are going to line our 25-inch square with this.
Okay, so let me see if I get this right. So fabric right sides together.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to sew my 1/4 inch seam along there.
Okay.
And then when I open it up, I should have the finished inner borders.
Love it. Absolutely. You've got it right.
And then with this secondary border here, the 2.5-inch strip,
Yes.
is it the same thing?
Uh-huh. So we'll take one of these, and then you'll do the exact same thing with the 1/4 inch seam.
Okay, so I've got my 1.5 inch, now I've got my 2-inch strips, and same thing again, you do right sides together, sew your 1/4 inch seam, and then open it up.
Right. Now, once you have your borders all sewn on, then you take your smaller 2-inch hearts, and then as you can see here on our display, place them in the corners, so it adds that little accent to it.
That is cute.
Yeah.
And then if you want to finish this completely different, Denise Abel makes some embroidery CDs that you can find at AccuQuilt.com that have hundreds of different types of embroidery designs to go on top of this heart shape.
Oh, I love it.
Now what's next?
Well, I think we need to get finished up.
All right, here we go. Ready to cut our binding, and I have a 2.5-inch strip cutter, and this one's compatible with the Go Baby and the Go. There's also another 2.5-inch that fits with the Go that has 3 of the strips. So with this one, you can see I've highlighted where the die blades are with a Sharpie, so I know exactly where to place my fabric. And I'm just going to cut the width of a bolt of fabric, take it off, and what I'm going to do is put the folded side in, going into the Go first. So I'm just going to lie this just over the die blades, and you can cut 6 layers of a cotton fabric, so you can fan fold to make longer strips. There's 2, 4, 6. Let's leave it like that with 4. Next, you need a cutting mat. You're just going to place that on top and roll it through. Okay, you're going to have to roll it all the way through, and when you get to an end, here's a quick tip. Take your cutting mat and you're going to slide it off. If you lift it off, static electricity will sometimes pick up the fabric. So, take off, do a piece of scrap, and there we have perfect 2.5-inch strips. And if you go to YouTube, there's another video called Lee's Stripper Tips that have some more tips on cutting strips.
Alright Lee, it looks like we are ready to finish up. So what you want to do is take this beautiful quilt top that we put together today, take batting and then take your backing, sandwich them together, and then you're ready to start quilting. Whether that's machine quilt, which is really easy to do with something this small.
Okay, or you can do like I do and just leave the unfinished quilt top in my UFO box.
That's true, but this is going to be a Valentine's Day gift. I recommend work on it now.
Okay, I might do that then. So if you've liked this how-to video, click like on the video or post a comment below and tell us which one you'd like to see next.
This has been a lot of fun today, Lee.
Thanks again. Everybody knows that
better cuts
make better quilts.